This is, let's just say, if I remember correctly, something that you're going to want a lot of charm or intimidate for, and we are, well, in that case, we are prepared. So let's give this a shot. We have Rebecca Petrovsky and Michael Petrovsky. Oh, okay. So maybe they're brother and sister, I'm thinking, perhaps?
I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Yeah, you guys do certainly seem to be arguing here. Is there a problem?
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
Okay. That's your story? What's hers?
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
Okay, let's see here. So, it's a question of what is better for the baby, which apparently we are now suddenly making the decision for them, or at least suggesting, who should they listen to. And so, the question is, what are the chances of this heart disease, and what are the chances of the gene therapy causing issues, and weighing between which one of those we think, seeing which one is higher chance, which one is lower chance, and also which one has the higher, if the thing does happen, which one is worse than the other. So it's the chance and the severity are the two factors here.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance.
Okay.
And if my baby develops the
So
condition,
2%.
medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near
And they
as
say-
effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
It's a 2% chance, and there are problems if that 2% chance does happen, although she says that there are some treatments that can make it not as bad. So, okay, gives us some numbers to work with, sure. What about the danger of the therapy?
What are the chances the gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
1 in
But
300.
extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
Okay, so 2% chance, and if it does happen, something bad could happen. What? 0.3 repeating, of course, percent chance, 0.3% repeating percent chance. But if it does happen, then at least she's implying that it could mean death. So, presumably, much higher cost if it does happen. So it's a question of higher probability, but not as bad, lower probability, but much worse. And then, of course, so that's just purely from looking at it from what is the potential damage standpoint. Then there's the whole aspect of the more social, personal aspect of who do you want to give more, whose opinion do you think is more important in this situation? Is it the mother, or the mother-to-be, or is it the mother-to-be's brother-in-law? And I think in that case, I mean, you gotta say that the mother-to-be is definitely more important person to listen to here. And I mean, the question of potential harm-wise, which one is better, is largely just a question of, what is your personal loss aversion. But I think we just return, I guess, and we say, let her choose.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael.
Because at the end of the
I
day,
think
it's
you
her
should honor
child.
her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
Yeah, so, I mean, I imagine, yeah, that's the same stuff we can investigate here. But, that may be the case. It is still her choice.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is. I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Yeah, but see, closest thing to a father is still several steps removed. She is the actual mother. And act like it? Oh, that's
Then
hard.
support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
So there we go. Actually, a lot of experience from that, so much so that we leveled up. And I don't know what exactly the number is in terms of how many points you need to have in Charm or Intimidate, but I'm pretty sure it is quite high for that, if I remember correctly. So I think they only show up once you're fairly far along in the game. So we did, of course, level up by doing that. And that does mean we now have enough points to master Stasis, so I'm all about that. That is the thing that we were hoping to get for a while now, so it increases the duration by 1.5 seconds, which doesn't sound like that much, although that is still... Think about it, there are several skills like Neural Shock that knock organic enemies out for 1 second. I mean, that's the base level, but the base level is just 1 second and 1 second alone, whereas an upgrade here is increasing it by 1.5 seconds, and perhaps more importantly, is also reducing the cooldown time, which was already pretty quick. I mean, 50 seconds sounds like a lot, but we have enough cooldown recovery improvements that this might in fact have been the ability that we have that recharges the most quickly, or at least it kind of felt like it. I'm kind of curious now, now that I raised that question. Now, it seems like everything more or less lines up where the master is always 40 seconds for the cooldown, advance is always 50, and then the basic one is always 60. Don't know if there's like any reason why Stasis in particular would have buffs that make it go up any quicker than the other ones. I don't think we have that unless, say, this, our biotic talent specifically, recharge more quickly. So, I mean, that would make it faster than, say, something like Decryption or Electronics. Maybe that's why it seems like sometimes Stasis is going faster than other abilities. But yeah, with a 21-second duration and a 40-second base cooldown time with other cooldown reductions, we may be approaching territory where as soon as someone gets unstasised, we can immediately reapply stasis and just have it such that they can never actually attack us. We may be getting there. As for Garrus, though, let's see. I think we were... what? We went all the way up for damping. I think we started doing decryption. And we're hoping to get to Master Sabotage, so let's go for that. Then on Tally's side, we have one more point to get to Master Carnage, so I think we take that for sure. And there we go. Alright, so now those two are gone. And that is an example of... This guy looks like a random dude that we can talk to, but we cannot. But that is a good example of those people... I mean, we were just looking at our map to see if there's anything that was showing up to suggest that we would have a quest, but there was no such indicator. They were just people who happened to be there at the time who, upon overhearing them, we had the option to speak to them and do that quest.
Commander,
Just gonna see if you
it is
happen
good
to have
see
anything
you
else
again.
of interest.
Would you care
Since
to
we're in the
see
area?
some of its fantastic items today? Show me your items. Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
And non-human armors, we were talking about how, in particular for Tally, it is hard to get upgrades her armor, because there are so few opportunities to pick up Quarian armor. But, well, if we compare here, we also did not have any Survivor, which is the ones from the armor from Devlon, which is the one that gives you the environmental hazard resistance. We did not have any of that for Tally specifically. And it is actually... It's not as good for tech/biotic, but it is better for other stuff. That's potentially worth picking up. Otherwise, how's this? This would be actually a decent upgrade for Garrus, though not as concerned for him. It does seem like it's more common to pick up Turian armor for whatever reason. So, I guess it's a minor upgrade, so I'm not sure it's necessarily worth it. But anyways, I bring up that point that I was mentioning earlier about how we didn't necessarily know that we were going to have those people show up because they didn't have any indicator on the map to suggest that perhaps we ought to be a little more thorough with our exploration here, even if we don't necessarily see anyone who on our minimap seems to suggest that they are going to give us a quest. We may still find some to fit that description. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen here, though. I think for the most part we've already done everything that we are looking to do with Jair the Consort.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Cool story, bro. You should tell it at parties.
It is a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, so I think we're done with at least that specific subsection. But let's check out the other side. So we checked out the financial district, that's the consort. And the other side, where we are currently headed, is the embassies and back towards CSEC where we were before. But I did kind of rush through CSEC and just glanced at the map and said, it doesn't look like there's anything, and ran away. But that might be worth taking a closer look, because CSEC in particular does have some areas that are kind of hidden in back corners where could very well find some people that we might have forgotten to talk to, or perhaps new people who are suddenly available to chat with who might have other things for us to do. Let's see. So just heading back for the embassies now. Human embassy is right here. And Udina and Anderson are chatting. Can we hear what they're chatting about?
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the
right.
council, Shepard.
That's.
I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
Yeah, but see, like, she promised she wouldn't do it again.
This queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
I mean, he has a point. Definitely has a point. Given how there was a humongous war that killed, in which many people died, just because that specific species was going all over the place, was completely unchecked, at least until the Krogans entered the picture. So, yeah, you know, for us to suddenly bring them back into existence and perhaps allow them to multiply like crazy, there is reason to be somewhat concerned, for sure.
Yes, Commander?
Let's see. Have we... I'm not sure we've asked you about at least any of these three things. Vermeer is the main quest area that we most recently learned about. Baines, I don't even remember who this person was. And then Pharos is the other main quest place. We've known about it for longer. It's probably next on our list before we do Vermeer, but let's take it one step at a time here.
Do you know anything about Vermeer?
Sorry, Shepard. I've never even heard of it before all this. You'll have to go out there and check it out for yourself.
Okay, what about Baines?
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
Don't remember who that was, but something tells me that's not the case. Are you sure about that?
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
It does sound suspicious. Scout ship?
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
Okay. we did meet Admiral Kohoku.
I spoke to Kohoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything. Is there anything else, Commander?
Okay. We could definitely go talk to Admiral Kohoku in that case. He's the person who's up in the Citadel Tower. Pharos, though. We haven't asked you about that yet.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Okay. Then... I don't remember if we've asked you about these things or not. Let's at least try. How you doing? Are you okay?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming.
Yeah, I think we have heard this.
Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Sarah. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Yeah, and I imagine we definitely asked about the past he has with Saren.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay. So, definitely planning to talk to Admiral Kohoku in that case. We'll make a point of doing that, but let's just, like I said, be a little more thorough here. I think no reason why we need to talk to these guys again, though, because we've had it with them before, and we have, in fact, had additional quests with them as well. But I think we're all set on that side of things. Then if we go on this side, there's that little bar, remember? There are some people hanging out there. That's where we originally met Nisana Dantius. You know how that went. There. Chat with the diplomat.
I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Ooh, what do we have here? Diplomatic archive. It's a codex entry. Okay, sure. That appears to be all.
Human delighted.
I just wanted him to say that it does.
To meet you.
Okay, but this is the place where we're looking to go. Although, tell you what, there's even Executive Pollen here, which...
Shepard.
Curious if he has
What can I do
anything
for
to
you
say
now?
to us. I don't think so. I think we know all that.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, is there anyone new we can chat with here?
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
There is Nisana. But I think we're good here. So let's head over to the tower. And then once we've done that, I mean, we'll see what comes of it, of course. Hold on, this way. And then, you know, that might mean we have a new mission to check out, or it might mean we could potentially still look around a little bit more. There are definitely still areas in the wards in particular we've not yet checked out. Just wondering if... I mean, it's a short fast travel, so maybe we just walk this one. I don't really think we're going to run into anyone along the way, but just in case. Just in case. Oh, the preaching Hanar is still there. This surprises me somewhat.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light.
Why, of course they did. Apparently.
Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was only silence, the Enkindlers gave the gift of speech. This very station is the work of the Enkindlers, their gift to all their children.
Is that all? Think that's all? Okay. So this would be wards access. And not really expecting anything here because there tends not to be anyone here. Basically just an elevator, so that's good. I mean, we will probably want to take that down to the wards soon. But, like I said, next on the list is definitely the Citadel Tower. And that, we get to right over here. I think these two have anything special to say to us? No? This is the spot we're looking for, though. Hold on. Oh, there it is. There's the button.
You seem to be attracting unwanted attention, Tally. Several passerbys were staring at you.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
It is natural for people to dislike rootless wanderers. If Quarians would just settle another homeworld, you would not run into such concerns.
Trying to say that's what they should do, Garrus? And that would be nice, but I'm not sure it's that simple. Okay. Let's see here. Oku, at least, is a little bit further up. But just keeping our eyes peeled for potentially other people to chat with. But I don't think we can do that with anyone else here. Oh, once upon a time, Oku was right there, was he not? Is one floor up? Oh, Emily Wong. Hello? How are you?
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you?
I suppose.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm
Okay.
investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
Traffic controllers?
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
Planting a bug sounds like that's... is that legal? Let's talk about this more. What are you trying to get out of this story?
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
I mean, that's not a bad result. I guess the method is more so what I'm questioning here. It's like, what exactly is the purpose of the bug? I mean, listening in on what they're doing, I guess, or what they're saying. But then again, what are they just gonna say? Oh man, I'm so overworked. This is 18 hours straight with no lunch or bathroom breaks. Whatever am I to do? Oh no.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
I don't know, it's pretty creepy. How important is this really? Can they get by as is?
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
Okay, well what about potential dangers of the bug? It's like, if the bug goes wrong and turns out to actually be a weapon and it's gonna start harming people, or is this just like, if someone catches you, / us, and is wondering what we're doing?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
That?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
Right, because as well as a reporter, you're actually also an expert trained engineer. It's quite common. It's quite common. It's not like those two disciplines are oftentimes extremely different and and would have very little skills that overlap. We'll see, I guess.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
That's not to criticize engineers, they're writing a build. It's just...
Excellent.
In terms of hard training, it's not what you focus on.
Area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Okay. So it does give us a new quest here. Emily Wong, planting a bug. Emily Wong has approached you again and asked you to help with her next investigation by planting a bug at the Citadel Traffic Control. Okay. Go to the Citadel Security and plant a bug in the Citadel Traffic Control Center near the back of CSEC. Alright, we were saying we might potentially want to go back to CSEC, so that could be a way to do it. But, I mean, the original purpose for us having gone here was to find Kahoku, and I thought he was usually down there, but he might be one level up, or is that... No, that's just, like, where the council is. So, he's obviously not here. Huh. Whoa, oh. Okay, maybe don't pull the guns on random civilians, but at first I just saw this guy floating up there. I was like, what the heck are you doing up there? But, no, there's a platform, there's a platform. Not quite as crazy as it might have originally looked. But yeah. Previously, Koku was right there. He has moved. I don't remember where we find him at this stage. Of course, well, we don't need to find him right now, per se, given how we now have a new quest for Emily Wong that we can do. However, I don't believe we have a journal entry that is saying to us, hey, go find Admiral Kahoku. So in theory, without a journal entry, we might just kind of, you know, forget about him and not get that. So I'm just trying to, while it's still at the front of mind, hopefully find him so that way we can still get a marker or get an entry in our journal so we know what we're supposed to do.
Do you ever regret leaving Citadel Security to pursue Seren, Garrus?
Fighting a rogue specter with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
I'm pleased that the imminent destruction of all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
That's one way to put it, Sally. Alright. So, I think what we're looking to do here is let's maybe first... Okay, no, it's just the preaching Hanar again. Let's first just head down into the wards, generally speaking, and do a little bit of exploration down there, see if there's anyone new for us to talk to. And CSEC is in the wards, so, you know, we can get there eventually. This may not necessarily be the first place that we're looking to go to. Button. There it is.
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away.
Well, he's dead.
The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children, who are planning a small private memorial service.
Right, wait. Am I getting my admirals mixed up here? There's, of course, the one that died in the various Cerberus-related missions that we just did. That was Koku, wasn't it? And isn't that the guy that, Anderson was just telling us to go find? Well, it's not gonna end very well. In that case, yeah, I think we do know where he is, come to think of it. In fact, we might even be able to go right back to him, but he's not going to be telling us much in his current state of being, I don't think. Oh, it really looked like there's just going to be some random person that was about to go through here. Where does this even lead? This is...
Garrus,
other section of the
if you do
wards?
not mind me asking, how do you feel about hunting a Turian?
Seren is either a traitor or a madman. Taking him down will restore the good name of Turians everywhere.
Things are different among my people. There are so few of us. We are expected to be loyal, even when it is difficult.
I do like how we're getting tons of new dialogue between Garrus and Tali. I guess they might be a combination that we have rarely, perhaps if ever, used together before. That's another reason to try to mix things up a bit. Speaking of which, this is where we originally found Tally. Sure, let's go down here for a minute. This will take us towards Cora's Den, which is definitely a place where we've seen some stuff go down in the past. Is there still anyone there that we need to talk to that might have a job for us? That I'm not as sure about. Yeah, we're basically just making the rounds around the Citadel to verify what, if any, additional things people might have for us to do. Okay. Patron, no.
I got business here, but not with you.
Jenna is no longer here. Also a patron. Arkin is still here. We've already talked with you quite a while ago. And this is all locked up. That's where we fought Fists once upon a time. So yeah, it does look like things at Cora's Den, relatively quiet at the moment. So in that case, we have the markets are right out here. If we continue straight ahead. And we had some stuff go down here as well. Let's just take a peek at what Moorland has here.
Yes,
just in case he has something.
yes?
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, so we asked Anderson about Baines, and again, I just don't remember who it is, but I think we did hear about it from you previously.
What do you know about Baines?
Maybe?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Oh, was he the one that was, that sent some people to mess with Dr. Michelle? That might have been it.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Alright, let's check non-human armors. That is a category that is usually tough to get. And this is, well, I believe the same type of thing we have on... Oh, no, it's something that we at one point in time had on Garrus, but it is level 9. A very high level. Ooh, that's a good... Explorer is the Devlon one, so that is, again, the hazard resistance armor for Rex, in this case. That is kind of tempting. But otherwise... Oh, Titan is really good. Like, really good. That's the one that we made a point of trying to pick up with other people. Like us, we're currently wearing it for, obviously, the human armor variant. But, for Garrus, 21 additional damage protection. Actually lose some... Oh, no, gain some shields. And gain everything, and a lot of it. So that's a tempting one. That's pretty rare. Let's see, Titan... No, it's not as good. Is Titan's... Oh, well, it's a lower level version of it. So, yeah, that might be worth splurging a bit to get that. There's, of course, the non-zero chance that we just so happen to get this to drop soon, in which case, well, Lids, you wasted your money on it. Well, so be it. We have a fair bit of monies at the moment. It is expensive, yes, but it does mean that we should have a significant upgrade on armor for Garrus, as you see here. And at least at the moment, not so relevant to have the hazard resistance when we're walking around the Citadel. I'm not sure if I like the... I mean, color scheme-wise, it's pretty boring, but could definitely sell the old Phoenix armor. And we have an older survivor? No, that is a survivor that we want to keep. It's basically just we have a bunch of Phoenixes. What is it? I think plural Phoenix is Phoenix, right? Yeah. Why don't we... Let's just sell that real quick. And we'll... In the meantime, we'll see if you have anything
Let me see what
in the
you
other
have.
category that we like.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Standard items. And then anything interesting here? Well, not really. Geth Armory license, though. This is an interesting one. Geth Armory license for the Normandy Quartermaster. Yes, it is a license. It is for, well, Geth gear. Let's definitely take that. Then let's just sell some of those things I was talking about a minute ago. We probably don't need this many sniper rifles to tell you the truth, so I could probably sell one of those. And then, if we get this, that could be good. Should see if that's worth putting on Ashley. Then, mostly looking at old armors. This is definitely no good compared to what Ashley is currently using. And that's for manufacturer. We don't want that. Same with that. And we were saying, yeah, all the Phoenix armors, those should go. That shotgun, that assault rifle, those are decent pistols, though. Again, Phoenix armor goes. I think even for Tally here, despite her not having too many other options, then actually, there's a non-zero chance, now that I'm thinking of it, Phoenix armor may actually have an additional ability of some variety. Now I feel like I want to double check one of them. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I have this thought of maybe Phoenix armor gives you a little bit of health regeneration as sort of a somewhat hidden additional ability, kind of like how the Devlon armor gives you the environmental hazard resistance. But, well, we may have just sold the last of our armor of that variety. So if we have another one, then we'll take a look, but definitely selling you. Grenade upgrades, so we don't need 2 cryo explosives. I'll certainly tell you that much. Okay, it's like this. Oh no, that's, I mean, that is the manufacturer is Serta. But I'm looking for a Serta armor if we still have one. I think we have higher level incendiary rounds, so we can probably dump this. Dump that. Okay, this. So, let's see, can we get... Oh, well, that does sort things, but not really the way I wanted to. That actually could prove helpful more so in the future. Yeah, yes, that does make it tough to do what I was just looking to do, but now we're on armor, so... Well, that's... Yeah, old Hydra is horrendous. We should probably Omnigel that, though. Yeah, like this. What is the actual description of it? Not sure if we can get on this page here. Don't think so. We can when we're actually opening it in our inventory. So why don't we wrap things up here and carry on. Just take a quick look. Am I completely making this up? Because I may be. Yeah, it's this type. And it's what? Oh, nope, not that. Just want to see this. A biomedical firm Serta made its fortune eliminating several genetic diseases endemic to human populations. The Foundation is renowned for its humanitarian efforts and refuses to produce weapons or similar offensive products. They do, however, offer basic protective or utilitarian items ranging from armor to Omnigel tools, or Omni-tools to biotic amps. I mean, it doesn't say anything there suggesting as such, so it would be pretty well hidden if, in fact, that is actually something that it does. Devlon does at least say, hey, it gives you resistance to the environmental hazards, even if you have to look at that description to find that.